Welcome back to PawsCast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Doon the Fox, wishing all of you a very happy International Day of GYAITMFHRNBIDYA. And I'm with a couple of people who know exactly what that means. Hi, Damaron.
No, I don't. You spelled it too fast.
I'll do it one more time.
Hold
Today
up.
is International Day of GYAITMFHRNBIDY and A.
Got some Yaba.
Close enough. Hi, Jelly.
It's technically a holiday for me. Hi.
Right.
So
What the
I
hell is
celebrate this all the time.
Yes, indeed. And Damaron, since you don't know what that means you had a very productive childhood.
Help me out here, Jelly. What does this mean?
Honestly, I celebrate it so much, it's kind of lost more meaning. I'm just more excited when the day rolls around and I get to celebrate that I kind of forget what I'm celebrating, if that makes sense.
I'm being
So-
serial here. You gotta help me out. What does this mean?
So, like,
Quiet your lucky charms. Maybe we'll find out.
yeah, exactly. So, like, remember, like, when you would play outside and then, like, your parents would get mad and tell you to come back home?
Mhm.
Alright, well, since Damaron will be crying for the next 45 minutes if I don't tell him what this means, the acronym stands for the following. Get your ass in the motherfucking house right now before I beat your ass.
Thanks.
So
I've
today
never
we're going to be
had that
talking about the weather.
and I celebrate that all the time.
You do. And that was a crazy commitment. That was a crazy thing to commit to. So today, we will be discussing the weather, which are the things that happen outside. So that's why I said
Yeah.
today's International
Thunder,
Day.
boom, crash.
Yeah! There's so many, like, outdoor things that happen, and it's, like, really crazy. Especially the weather. So, there
That is
is...
something that happens outside.
Yeah, and I just never really understood why or how or what for. But we can start with a very easy question before we get into the really, 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 really hard stuff. So the first thing is, what kind of weather do you like?
If I'm like going outside and I'm gonna be in the weather, I like for it to be a good like maybe 60, 70 degrees is really comfortable. Like maybe like part cloudy, a little bit of wind, but not too much wind. Like a nice summer day. If it's any warmer than 70 degrees, I either need to have a cold drink or I need to be in the water, and those are not requests. That's a requirement. Um, if I'm not in the weather, I like listening to the rain. I like the thunder. Ooh, boom crash, it's nice. I don't want to be out in the rain during the thunder though. That's less comfortable.
Agreed.
What
I
about
was
you?
I was hung up for a while still. Where did you come up with that? Anyway, do you want to go next, Fox?
Sure, yeah. I'd love to go next. I love this question too. So the weather that I like is kind of very much the same. I like it to be probably like 65 F outside, which is just barely the weather where if I start walking around, I don't need a jacket anymore. So it's warm winds, but it's cool enough that I don't like roast when I'm walking around or sweat or anything. I like sunny. If I'm indoors, hearing the rain and the thunder and the lightning and stuff is really cool. Um, I don't like overly humid, and I don't like overly dry.
Humid
Windy
does
is
suck.
great. Yeah,
Dry is better than humid any day though, in my
that's
opinion.
absolutely correct. 100%.
If I need to swim through the air while I'm outside, no, we're canceling outside time.
Wait,
Yeah, like
now you're a shark. Don't you like swimming?
Oh yeah, but not in the air. That sucks for everyone.
I'll admit that I really hate high humidity. I'm a heavier person, so I tend to sweat a lot, especially when we're wearing our walking carpets.
Mhm.
So the weather that I tend to enjoy, being an Arctic wolf and all, is the colder weather. Now, I'm talking like 40s and just around freezing, but there is a point where it gets to be too motherfucking cold. And you pair that with high winds and things that make it go into below zero and negative degree weather. Yeah, you won't see me outside for that. I'm not looking to get frozen limbs and falling off parts of my body. Frostbite.
I hate when I get the falling off parts of my body.
Me too. It sucks. Reattaching is always an issue for me, personally.
Yeah, I hate feeling like Tinker Toys. It's really the worst
Yeah.
feeling.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not a Mr. Potato Head. Sometimes the parts don't want to go back on.
Right.
So it's
And that's
easy for you
why
to
I
change
only have
expression.
3 legs. What?
Woo.
I'm down a few.
It took a long time to get there too.
Other weather that I enjoy. I'm not really big on really extreme hot weather. I did live in Arizona for a little while. That's a dry heat. But getting up to 115 degrees without any kind of sunblock is just too much. But it's really enjoyable if you're in a pool. So yeah, that's a thing.
Being in water is pretty amazing when it's warm outside. Or when it's cold
Yes.
outside, but the water is warm. Like a hot tub in the snow.
Exactly.
Yes.
The water must always be the opposite of the air.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can see that. One's a gas and one is a liquid, so that's, pretty different states of matter.
Yeah. And that's a pretty
Yeah.
solid explanation.
And that's why that matters.
One thing that helps with those extremes, especially the cooler weather and colder weather, is if the sun is actually shining instead of overcast.
Yes.
It just makes it a bit more bearable. Doesn't feel
It
as cold.
does. Otherwise,
That
you just gonna get the seasonal depression when you don't see the sun for several months on end, or you work night at it.
yeah, literally that. Oh my god. And then also even when you have direct sunlight, like please no more wind chill ever. Because that just
Yeah.
sucks it right out.
Because it's cold, but then there's the bitter cold, which is different and worse.
Yes. So much worse. I've decided quite neurotically that once we get to 32F or lower, that is when bitter cold happens, and my bones can feel it.
hmm Now, I am not the biggest patron of like if we're to ever go sledding or skiing, which is not something that I've ever done as an adult, but I feel like I would enjoy the cold weather for that maybe. But outside of that, I like the idea of sweater weather, like being cozy with someone, wearing a sweater, drinking hot cocoa inside,
100%.
Yep, that's
where
I sleep.
it's warmer, and observing the cold through a window, maybe.
I sleep a lot better when it's cold.
Oh, I do like that. When my room is maybe 10 degrees colder, but I have really heavy blankets, that's ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or somebody cozy to cuddle up with. That's nice.
I pretty much religiously blast a fan in my face every night.
Mhm.
But then I have to be a
I do
burrito.
that at times, but then then I wake up and I get the sniffles sometimes
Yeah.
because it's too cold in my face at night.
And then
When
I have
it's
to
really cold out,
excavate my sinuses.
when it's really cold out, I don't have a fan blowing, but the other 3 seasons of Michigan, I usually have a fan blasting on my face at all times.
I
Yeah.
am one of those crazy people that sleeps with their window open sometimes in the middle of winter, just for
I
fun because
have
I
done
like
that.
it.
I've done that once or twice. I know the feeling.
Sometimes it's just really nice. And also, I'm bougie. I got myself a heated mattress pad.
Oh my god,
It's
yes.
my grandma's idea because she has one and I really liked it. So, 20 minutes before I go to bed, I turn it on and my bed is toasty and the sheets are heavy. It's really nice. And then my room is really cold and I like it a lot.
I love that.
So you're
basically
like
a toaster strudel.
I am.
you like to climb into your bed while the sheets are hot. That's only when it's colder outside, right?
Yeah, I didn't bust it out this much because my boyfriend is also a furnace. Uh,
Oh my god, literally
But on
that.
nights
You're
when I
dating a
don't have
furnace?
him, yes, yep.
5,000
More on
BTUs.
that. More on that today at 5. However,
Huh.
yeah,
Meteorologist Jelly reporting
yes,
now.
yes, it's me. I wore a green suit today, so I look like a floating head.
Hmm.
Green
What's a
screens are
green
really
screen?
tough. That's funny.
I love that. News bloopers are funny.
We call them blues.
News blues.
It, or like noopers.
Uh, one day I wish to be on a nooper, honestly.
We can honestly
But
arrange that for season 4.
yeah, but I don't want to be on a nooper as a civilian because I think that's worse if they're making fun of me on the news.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that's worse. I want to be a broadcaster maybe in this
What
ideal fantasy.
if you had an area of expertise? Which would it be in?
Um, not sports. People like sports news. I don't. Not politics because that scares me and I hate politics right now. I liked it when politics were boring. This is the weather episode. Let's say weather.
Oh,
I literally wondered if you were gonna do that.
you get to play with the screen and
I
move
do. I get to
move the
wave and I
world
point and
around.
like cold front here, moving in.
It's
And I
like
get to do
being
big show hands. Maybe I'll wear like conductor gloves, the white ones.
the
We have
Mickey Mouse of the weather.
Yeah. It's me. My coat has tails.
That is the
Class
most
3
like
burritos.
that is the most like Vanna White being on The Greatest Showman thing I've ever heard.
Raining cats and dogs out here.
And that's so jellicle.
That's so jellicle. More from me at 7. Back to you two.
Oh my god. And yes, class 3 burritos, according to Damaron.
I
Hmm.
feel like everyone has their own sayings of like, oh, it's raining. I'm gonna cozy up and read a good book. What are some stereotypes you do when it's raining the cats and dogs outside?
It's peeing outside.
Okay, but what
Uh,
what do
or
what do you do when it's pissing out?
oh, I thought you
What do
meant
you
like
do when it's pissing out?
what kind of
No,
phrases? What kind of phrases do you use
no.
to describe the
Like
rain outside when it's raining? That's what I
like
thought you
when
meant.
it's raining, it makes me want to go read, or make like a hot cocoa or something. But what's your go-to when it's pissing out?
If it's just raining, I usually enjoy cooking and then having something hot, soupish or chili, stew. But I make
I
that
like
crap all
that.
the time, anyways.
So not really a just raining, but extra when it's raining. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
stew.
I just want to cook. It's
There
fun
you
to cook
go.
while it's raining outside. But I also don't mind walking in the rain if it's not heavy rain.
Yeah.
And if it's warm out, because cold
I
rain
think the main
sucks.
issue for me, because I do like the rain if it's like a nice warm summer rain. But then the issue is like I don't want to get in my car when I'm wet and go where I'm going.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know, finding clothes to wear afterwards if I'm not like prepared for the rain sucks.
Now, recently the Fox and I took a trip with Terry to a place called Activate, and it started raining when we left. And it was pretty heavy rain, and it was a cooler day, but not cold. And Terry bolts for the car. I think the Fox, you kind of went at an escalated pace as well, but I just strolled to the car. And then
You
right
saw
before
the
we got there,
Mythbusters episode where they're like, if you run, you get hit by the same amount of rain than if you walk. I
oh,
saw that one.
I don't know. But as soon as we got there, Terry started up the car, then started to leave us behind.
I can see it.
It was a joke, of course. He stopped, but he had a good laugh out of our misery being in the rain longer.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a joke. Maybe Terry out to get you a little bit.
Well,
Well,
if
we were
Dune,
Activate
what do you
didn't kill
think?
me,
we were
I'm
beating him at
starting
all his
drama here.
games.
Dune, what do you think?
We were literally beating him at like every game. So like, yeah, he was upset. You know.
me?
He, yeah.
Hell no.
So you would say jealous bun?
I would say like small body, hard to contain big emotions. You know. which is a very like
Small
funny
body.
behavior.
Yeah, that's
He's
how I
got
would describe
a
Jerry
a
as well.
chippy. He's got a chippy on his shoulder.
He always is carrying around just like one fried potato. All right, so tornadoes.
Mm.
Burritos.
Let's talk about burritos. So I have to explain this joke because it's come up a few times now.
You're
So
welcome.
there is a YouTube channel called Pecos Hank. He's a Texas storm chaser, and for whatever reason, I think it's his accent because like very southern Texas, right? So his accent it fucks up the subtitles on his videos. So there was this like little window of time where like I was just watching his videos without the sound, so I got the subtitles. And every time he said tornado, the subtitles would say burrito. And I was just dying the whole time. I have screenshots somewhere. It just
That's
killed me.
amazing.
when when Doon was first watching those shows and told me about it, he actually showed me the captions, and it does say burritos. And we were just calling tornadoes burritos for a while, so I'm
Yeah.
bringing it up now.
Basically the same thing, except one is food and one's a natural phenomenon.
Yeah, burritos are
Burritos
pretty
don't.
unnatural. To
How are
be
they?
fair. Okay, so I was desperately trying to find these screenshots while we derailed, and I couldn't find them to give you an example, but that's okay. So, regardless, what do you guys think about tornadoes?
I think
Sorry.
the idea of a tornado is really cool. I would never want to be in one or around one,
Yeah,
but I don't know, wind going really fast, tube of wind. I
tube.
don't know, it's cool. I like movies about it where they put sharks in them. That's pretty cool, also.
That is unfortunately so canon for you that you love Sharknado.
That's my entire take.
Just the movie Sharknado.
The movie Sharknado, I enjoyed it. Next.
Love.
You would like that.
I did.
It's got sharkies. Uh, Tornadoes myself, I have never been in one, but I've had to take cover because of the warning sirens going off, and we had to go into a shelter space, which is usually just the basement. But my sister has been in a tornado,
Oh my
and
god.
she was driving. I was too young to remember where she was going, but she was driving interstate, and a tornado touched down, and she was real close to it. And the way to stay safe is not to stay in your car, but to pull into a ditch and lay down flat at the bottom of the ditch. And she did that, but she was so scared that she ran to the house that was closest, and they let her in and go into their basement to stay with them.
That's nice. My
That's
That
first
is
ever experience was sheltering for a tornado. I was very young and remember going into the basement and eating Nutri-Grain bars, and that was my whole experience.
Arguably
Apple Nutri-Grain
great
bars.
arguably a great tornado snack.
It was really good. Got my essential vitamins and minerals.
Just in case.
Just in case of
I
tornado. You're gonna need it.
You have to have your electrolytes when you're mid tornado, bro.
You cannot go hungry into a tornado or a bad thing's gonna happen.
If anything, you had better be so full of food when you go in a tornado.
You know, you were actually
Harder
really
to
lucky
get picked up when you're
that
everyone knows that.
you were lucky you didn't get hit by the tornado with all those granola bars, because it would have acted like shrapnel if it was
Oh,
blowing all that granola all over the
No.
place.
listen. If
Girl,
if you're
Nutri-Grain
carrying
bars are soft.
yeah, if you're carrying Nature Valley into a tornado, like you're fucked.
Not the Nature Valley Crunch bars.
Yeah.
Melted to death by oats and honey.
Yeah, you don't have to watch out for hail. You have to watch out for fucking Nature Valley bars. Jesus Christ.
Dangerous.
It's a little grenade in a wrapper.
Has anyone ever seen a granola NATO though?
No, we need to make a movie right now.
The oats and honey NATO of 27.
The blueberry hard milled oats NATO. It's insane. So I have a confession.
Hmm.
I, for most of my
Hated-
life, have had dreams about tornadoes often.
Oh, really?
Recurring. Different every time, but there's very usually some kind of a tornado involved. So I have
Fearful
all
dreams? Fun dreams?
um some are like, oh shit, I gotta get my stuff out of the house. And
Mhm.
other things are like, why are there 14 tornadoes on the horizon? It's very strange. But so like I've been pretty fascinated by tornadoes most of my life, I would say. I've never seen one in real life, never been in one. The closest that I have been that I know of is in Michigan a few years ago, I think. There was like a massive outbreak close to Detroit. There were probably about 7 tornadoes that touched down that night. And then this year, pretty recently, um, over in the Chicago area, there was another quite nasty storm that ran through here. And there were about 4 tornadoes that touched down probably like 30 to 45 minutes south of where I am.
Mhm.
So I'm always close by, but I never see one.
So are we
But
making plans for you to go to Tornado?
so I would like the sensation of being picked up by a tornado because I think it'd be like a
Mhm.
really fun day, like just getting swept
Yeah,
off my feet. I feel it would be really
like
romantic, you
you
know?
and Bryce in the tornado.
Yeah, and that's how I would propose. You know, is like
Oh,
just mid F3, just being like, hey, you really blew my mind too. Do you want to like do this forever?
Yeah, I can see it now. Honey, I
I mean, I know
love,
there.
I love, I love your suction. It's just so good for me.
I mean, there's always like the fake skydiving places.
Well, yeah.
Do you like that? That's less cool, admittedly. Maybe we can arrange some disaster where like the roof comes off and then you're actually in the air more.
You
Yeah,
get blown out of the building.
Float out of the building, but in the air.
because there's like certain things I'd like to say in that moment. Like, for example, like just
Wow,
remember,
we're in the
there,
air.
there's always a funnel at the end of the light. You know what I mean? There's
I
always
have
a
not heard
light at
that
the end of the
before,
funnel.
but now,
Well,
wholeheartedly,
here's
yes, I believe you.
here's something else then. They say that these tornadoes usually has the eye of the storm kind of situation.
Yeah.
Is it calm in the center of the tornado if it's big enough?
Um,
Wouldn't that just become a
Probably.
hurricane eventually? Like as you scale up
A
the size of the
hurricane.
thing, a
A
hurricane.
hurricane is where it has the ocean. It comes from the ocean and has it's bringing water from
Yeah,
the sea to the
because
land.
it,
Or
it it could be just like a little water spout, or it evolves into a hurricane,
So I
now
love that.
that's another question then.
I love a
If
water
a
spout.
right?
if a tornado goes across the Great Lakes and draws a lot of the lake water, bringing it onto land, would that actually be a hurricane?
No, because I decided right now that we're not going to share our Great Lake water with anyone, and so I will not let that happen.
Yeah, honestly,
I will be there
tornadoes.
personally to shut it down with bombs. I think they did in Sharknado too.
I
God
also love
damn.
the idea because I think the whole United States would agree with you. Like, yeah, let's just bomb this tornado. It's
Bomb the
stealing our
tornado.
water.
Shut it down. It's
Shut
stealing
that
my
shit
water.
down.
I refuse to have my water distributed.
Yeah, this is not socialism. We're not free distributing
No.
water.
Give it to fucking Iowa? Absolutely not.
No, they have enough
Mm-mm.
corn. They're fine.
They have enough corn. They can grow it with their water.
Right. That they made themselves.
If you're listening from Iowa, shout out to you, but you can't have my Dasani. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Also, just
stop lowering the water table.
I just want to know why Iowa was named that because it's just 3 vowels,
More like Iowa. Why?
What about
which looks like
Ida?
LOL.
What kind of weather they get there in Iowa anyway?
They probably get jack shit.
They get the Dust Bowl.
Oh my god. So, okay,
That sounds
that actually
gross.
made me
You need
remember
to
something
sleep
else.
after that.
Have you guys ever heard of a derecho?
A
A
Dorito?
what?
Yeah, a Dorito.
Yeah, that makes sense. A Dorito.
No, a derecho. Have you ever heard of this?
What about Rachel?
Maybe.
It's called derecho.
Day Rachel. Okay. No, I
It
never heard of
is
this.
it is a massive, intense very, very fast and dangerous type of thunderstorm. The reason it is dangerous is because instead of being in the second layer of the atmosphere, like 11 miles off the ground, like normal, it's
Mhm.
just at ground level.
Oh,
So
with
it
the
just
thunder and the
rolls.
lightning?
That might
And the
still be
rain?
higher up, but the ground level stuff, it looks like a massive dust storm, and then you look at the wall of it from the outside, and it goes just as high as all the fucking storm clouds do.
Scary.
It's crazy. And then when it sweeps in over you, it's like instantly night and terrifying. Like it just blocks out so much light.
Is that the kind of storm where if you were in the middle of it, all of your hair would stand on end due to the electricity, the static, and whatnot?
I it all moves in one direction. It doesn't really spiral that I know of.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Where does that occur in the world?
So you can get them in, I think it's southern Canada and the Dakotas, I think, had one. But I also think, what was the other place that had it? Was it Nebraska, maybe? I don't remember. One of the southern states. You can get them anywhere, though, if the conditions are right, I think. But especially where the land is flat, I think that does have to be happening. Be happening.
Don't worry, be happening.
Just be an occurrence.
Scary. I'll need to look out for the Rachel
Yeah,
coming near me.
please watch out for the Rachel.
A
Oh
close
my god.
cousin to Karen.
That honestly should be what they're called.
A Karen?
The Cheryl.
No, there should be like DeCheryl. No, there should be like Karens and then their offshoots should be they should be called something else.
It's your sister Cheryl.
Oh, by the way, did Cheryl end up going home with a fuck ass Bob?
Girl, I wish I knew. She never came home.
She weaved. She was weaving around it.
I needed to walk home. She never picked Maples up.
Oh my god.
Lance Maples walked home that
Lance
That
day.
poor,
Maples
that poor
walked
guy.
home.
He could have asked Gofford. He would have given him a lift.
Well, in
He
terms of
could
giving
have.
anybody a lift, I think Giraffe would have been like really equipped for that.
He was too intimidated by the pew pew gloves.
Yeah.
He was, and the kicking of coconuts was very impressive.
Oof.
That was a random fox noise. Hee That means it's time to let you know we are on Patreon. If you like this podcast and want to see more, we have multiple subscription options available. You could even get early access to episodes and access to an exclusive group chat. Whoa! Go to patreon.com/pawsplay to learn more and subscribe today. Thank you so much for supporting furry content online. You're amazing! Back to the show.
All right. So another thing to think about.
Mm.
I fucking hate sunburns.
Oh yeah.
Like
Mm.
I love hot weather, but I hate the fucking drama of like I'm gonna lube up my body so I don't get skin cancer, and then I might get burns anyway. And they could be second degree burns. Like that's just so much theater just to be
And then
outside.
you're sunburned on your back, and there's nothing you can do except rub aloe gel on it, and then be kind of sticky and uncomfortable, and it hurts.
Yeah, literally. And I'm not
I
about
hate
to
it.
lay down saran wrap and just roll around in aloe. I'm not doing that. Like somebody has to
No,
apply it for me.
and then you turn into a part snake, and you're shetty, and it's gross and uncomfortable.
And I'm shedding my aloe saran wrap skin. Just
And I'm
like
shelling my aloe saran wrap skin and trying to sell it on eBay, but no one wants to buy it because it's gross.
You both are talking about this like you've experienced it.
yeah.
What is your
Have you never
worst
been sunburned?
sunburns? Oh God, yes, I've had. Of course, I have. What is your worst sunburn story that you have?
Oh, I have one. This is so gross. So I don't remember how old I was. I was probably like 16, I want to say. And we went outside in Michigan somewhere, and I was just like, all right, yay, no sunscreen, whatever. Got burned. So at some point later, our aunt and my cousins, and I think my uncle, all came over to visit. And they lived out of state at the time. and where they were living, there was like substantially warmer, more humid weather. So Michigan hot was like nothing for them, you know. So
Yep.
they come to visit, and um, you have to keep in mind this is the point where I was also just like profusely having acne and breaking out and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
especially on my back. So
Mm.
I was like, well, this sucks, and I want to get rid of them. And my aunt was like, I'm just gonna just pick them out of your back, and I was like,
Oh,
I guess so. Not sure about this, but whatever. Because it was bothering me so much. Because my back felt like a not fun texture. You know what I mean? So, but so I people had done that before for me, but now I had sunburn, and I was like, honestly, it felt like Dante's Inferno. Like I don't even know what else to say about that. It was just the worst feeling.
No.
And she was like, "You're just being a baby," and I was like, "I'm burnt. I look like a fucking tomato with acne. Like we have to stop." It was wild.
I don't know if I really have a like worst sunburn story. Um, Nothing that really stands out. Like back sunburns are awful. Another spot that really sucks is like the backside of your legs, like undersides of your knees. That really
Hmm.
sucks. I've been burned there really bad before, which sucks. But nothing that really like lasts with me. Like I always got better.
I have two stories, and I'll let you guys choose. One was when I was a kid visiting my family trip to visit my sister in California at Laguna Beach, or there is the Detroit Pride story.
Oh yeah.
Which one would you like to hear?
Ooh,
Uh,
Laguna Beach.
yes. Agreed.
Okay. I was about 9 or 10 years old. My sister lived in California at the time, Balboa Island. We took a family trip for the week to go see her. Uh, we went to Laguna Beach, California, and got to spend the time on the beach. I did wear sunblock, and I was learning how to boogie board, and that is where you have a half surfboard kind of thing, and you lay down on it, and the wave catches you, brings you back to shore. My folks left me on that beach for 4 hours.
Oh my
Four
god.
hours. And of
Whoa.
course, I needed to reapply, but I never did. So all of my sunblock washed off. I was lobster red later that day, and the rest
Oh
of the week I was
no.
there was absolutely miserable. I couldn't sleep, my whole body itched, everything was just awful.
But
The blistering did not occur until the plane ride home, and I went to the restroom on the plane, and my face was peeling. So I just
Oof.
took it and I pulled it away, and it was coming off just like
No.
a whole mask was just tearing away from my face. And I threw it away and flushed it. And then I went back to my seat, and my mom started laughing because half of my face was still brown and the other half was just all white because I'm a very white boy. So she said I needed to go back in there and peel the rest of my face
No.
because I looked so ridiculous.
you were
But
serving Harvey Dent realness. Just
yeah, there was no. I'm sure that maybe they felt sorry, but I never got an apology for being left on the beach for 4 hours.
I think I would blame the airline because like you didn't have a mirror where you could see that half your face was like different from the other half, you know?
Oh, that is my worst sunburn story, and it affected me so much I remember it to this day. 30 years later.
That's ridiculous. Go peel the rest of your face is so foul.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say that out loud in my whole life.
She did not appreciate the two-face cosplay.
She said you have to stop auditioning for Batman movies. Like we're done with this.
She said it's not gonna happen.
I'll take you somewhere and leave you forever if you don't feel that face right now.
You can't touch coins anymore. We're taking you away from Universal. You cannot audition anymore.
This is not your villain arc. They've already done this. He's already a character.
Sunburn bad.
Sunburn bad.
Hello, good.
Like I said, I don't really have a really bad story.
So you just
No,
like
I remember just being crazy with my twin brother and getting really bad sunburns on our backs, but my dad would always like put aloe on our backs for us. It was like a sweet memory. It's like, oh, thanks, Dad.
Aw,
Like put on the
that is really
fan
nice.
on our roasty toasty backs with the aloe, like really cold but really nice. I don't know, sweet memory, but never like, oh, I'm gonna die because the sunburn's awful. Um, no,
Luck,
I never really had any awful, terrible experiences like that.
lucky boy.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm very careful with the sunscreens.
So have you guys noticed that Michigan is always fucking cloudy when there's cool astronomy shit going on?
Sheesh. That's always your biggest disappointment too. You love to look at the stars, and then whenever there's something going on, it's always covered.
Yep.
And the other shit thing about Michigan, and we just experienced that this week, you get all 4 seasons in a day sometimes.
Literally.
Just yesterday, it was like 60 degrees, 70 degrees. Today, it's below freezing, and there's freaking snow on the ground.
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, fuckers.
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas for those who are wondering.
Yeah, we have had some really cool events where you always see it on the news or hear about it, and it's like Aurora Borealis tonight, and I'm like, oh, cool, and then I'm like, where is it?
You look up at the clouds and you're just like, so
I
where
look up
is she?
at the clouds, and then I cry a little.
The Hale-Bopp comet will be streaming across the sky later today. It happens every 10 years.
And I'm like, she's not streaming.
Yeah, she has never logged into
She's
Twitch in her
not
life.
online.
So like recently there was like I want to say it was a lunar eclipse, and then right before that there was a 6 planetary alignment with the full moon, and I was like, girl, it's my time. And of course it was cloudy, and I was just like, I'm over it. And it just made me so upset.
What's a bummer sandwich?
Fox, some of the best times for seeing the stars and looking up at the sky was when my folks still had that place up north. Remember taking the nights and just going out into
Oh
the,
my god, yeah.
just up the road, and we would just lay on the ground and look up at the sky?
No pollution, you know?
Clearest sky ever, no sun pollution at all.
Yeah. I also remember when you and I went to Ocean City, and that night there was a 4 planetary alignment with the full moon, or a half moon, I can't remember now. But that was actually it was full, and that was really cool. The moon over the ocean, the full moon over the ocean at night, is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you dragged me and Wolfen out there before I got the bad news to see that, didn't we? Yeah, we did that. I just
Yeah.
remember it was really freaking cold.
It was cold, yeah, because it was November, but it was so awesome. Yeah, when there's cool stuff happening and there's no clouds, many happy fox noises. So like, do you have a memory? I'm trying to think. Like, just your favorite moment of being outside with good weather. Like, one thing that I can think of is I haven't gone camping in a very long time, but the last time I did, I was much younger, and we slept in tents outside. So it was very easy to just like peek your head out the tent and just look up at the stars with no light pollution and stuff. And like,
Mhm.
if you were up long enough, you could feel the dew start to settle in and things like that. And then the sunrise, of course, you know. So for me, I guess that's more about nature, but that's one of my favorite like weather moments. Just having that really clear sky, and then also just like being in a warm summer rain in general. I love that stuff.
That does sound nice. Mine is more of a silly story.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my favorite instance of weather, but it was certainly a fun one that I'll remember for a long time. When I was younger, freshly in Boy Scouts, it was my first ever camping trip, and we were all kind of gathered together. We had a whole bunch of food set out on big tables. We were all gonna eat. And right after we finished saying grace, because we were one of the troops that did that, it started hailing really, really bad.
Damn.
And so I ran to the table and I grabbed one of those large like platters of cookies you can get at like a Myers. And then me and all my friends ran back to our tent, and it was freezing. It hailed for the rest of the night. It was really scary and really cold, but we all just hung out and ate cookies. And it was And I don't think anyone else got cookies because I stole all of them, and then I didn't tell anyone about it.
You were such a real one for that.
But
Golly.
like, what were they gonna do? Leave them out to get hailed on? No.
No one wants hail
You
cookies.
Everyone that
saved
liked
the
my friends-
cookies. That's what you were doing.
I saved the cookies, and then me and my 2 friends ate the cookies
Hell
in
yeah.
our tent by ourselves.
You sneaky
And,
thief.
That's
and it
actually
was really
incredible.
cool. Shout out to John and my brother Anthony for eating cookies with me in the hail. It was cool.
That's amazing.
That's my story.
I can't stop thinking about Abrams Falls. That is probably
What happened
my
to
best.
Abram?
My best weather story would be hiking in the Smoky Mountains to go to Abrams Falls. This was actually a furry trip down to Tennessee, and we went to Cades Coves and other locations around there. But Abrams Falls, you have to hike a good ways to get into the deep woods, and there's a waterfall there that people that feel like going into the woods and seeing this. We had clear blue skies, and I recollect the mist of the waterfall just kind of being everywhere, and it was peaceful, and you just heard the water, and the sun was hidden behind the trees, but it was still really warm. And boy, that was like a place where you could just sit and meditate and just let nature embrace you, and you could let everything go. And I don't think we could have had any better weather that day.
Sounds awesome.
That's amazing. You've actually just reminded me of another moment. So last year I went to Texas to visit some friends, and I went with Bryce. And on that trip, so this was June of last year, is when I asked him out. That evening that I asked him out, when we were driving home from the ramen restaurant, um, the sun was setting, and normally you have like yellow, gold, orange, red, and then there's like blue when you look up, that sort of thing, right?
Mhm.
This was the most goldenrod sunset I've ever seen in my life. And of course, we're quite far south compared to here. So, maybe the sun's a little bit bigger or whatever. But there was no orange, no red, just this beautiful golden yellow color. And then after that, it's purples and pinks and blues. And it was just the most incredible sunset I think I've ever seen in a long time.
I think that those magical moments tend to happen with true romances. Because you reminded me of another one too. This was 2006. Before I actually attended hotel conventions as furry, I would go to outdoor conventions and camp conventions like Feral, Oklahoma.
Mhm.
And my first serious gay relationship was with Bronwyn the Lion, Camp Feral 2006. Our first night where we really got to know each other was sitting under the moonlight at the shore of the lake, leaning against a log and just talking all night with stars, not a sound of anything else other than crickets and the moonlight just shining across the lake.
Yeah.
And that's when we had our moment later and then started dating. And there was great outdoor experiences, and the weather was just perfect that evening.
I love the weather.
I love the
Yeah.
weather too. You don't think
Wow.
about it a lot.
I like when I
Yeah.
get to enjoy the weather, but not as much when the weather happens to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I like to enjoy the weather. I don't like the weather to enjoy me. Well, thank you, Damaron. Thank you, Jelly, for talking with me
Yeah.
about the weather. That's it from us about the weather. What is your favorite kind of weather? Do you have any fun weather memories? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell. We'll let you know when another episode is coming out. But that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in to PawsCast. We will see you in the very next episode. Bye!
Good night.
Bye.